The dark star stood up and stretched its enormous body. A shower of glowing stars exploded into the sky. Everyone laughed again. A few moments later, the giant creature lowered itself. Rapunzel, Flynn, Pascal, and Maximus climbed on his back. The dark star leaped into the air. Clouds rushed beneath them. They traveled in the air all night. The night sky became brighter with every mile. The sun rose again. Rapunzel opened her eyes and saw something extraordinary. Far ahead floated a gigantic island. It was larger than some kingdoms. Hundreds of waterfalls poured from the island into the clouds below. Giant flowers swayed in the breeze. Rapunzel stared in amazement. As they approached, Rapunzel noticed something even stranger. The trees were glowing. The rivers were glowing. The entire place looked like a dream. The moment they landed, the grass lit up beneath their feet. Rapunzel looked around in wonder. Every direction revealed something magical. Fish swam through the sky. Tiny dragons chased butterflies. Pascal ran after a glowing butterfly. The butterfly changed colors. Pascal changed colors too. The butterfly changed again. Pascal changed again. Soon, neither of them knew who was copying whom. As they continued exploring, dozens of familiar faces appeared. Blue beans bounced toward them from every direction. Some rolled down hills. Some flew through the air. One somehow arrived inside a teapot. Nobody questioned it. The blue beans seemed delighted to see the dark star. They surrounded the giant creature immediately. Some climbed onto its fur. Others hugged its giant paws. One proudly presented a flower crown. The dark star accepted it happily. Flynn stared. The legendary dark star wears flower crowns. The creature nodded. Rapunzel laughed so hard she nearly fell over. Then a loud bell echoed across the island. Everyone froze. The blue beans exchanged worried looks. The dark star slowly stood up. Its smile disappeared. Rapunzel noticed the change immediately. Something was wrong. "What happened?" she asked. One blue bean pointed toward the center of the island. Far away stood a magnificent castle. The castle was built from crystal flowers. Its towers stretched high above the clouds. Rainbow-colored banners fluttered from every balcony. At first glance, the castle looked beautiful. Then Rapunzel noticed the expressions on the blue beans' faces. They looked exhausted. "Who lives there?" she asked. The smallest blue bean sighed dramatically. "The glitter witches." "The what?" Flynn asked. "The glitter witches," another blue bean groaned. "The most troublesome witches in the sky. They never stop. They are always causing problems. They turn every day into a disaster." Flynn raised an eyebrow. "What exactly do they do?" A blue bean pointed toward a nearby field. "Last week, they gave everyone giggle potion." Rapunzel blinked. "What does that do?" The blue bean looked exhausted. "It makes you laugh. That doesn't sound terrible. For 3 days." Flynn immediately nodded. "That sounds terrible." Another blue bean stepped forward. 2 weeks ago, they turned our mayor into an ice statue." A fourth blue bean pointed at a distant hill. "They once turned half the village into living campfires." Rapunzel stared. "What happened?" "They spent the whole day accidentally lighting each other's hats." Flynn looked horrified. The blue bean nodded. "It was very stressful." "And yesterday," another blue bean continued, "they magically put out every fireplace on the island." "Why?" The blue bean shrugged. "They said they were bored." Soon, dozens of stories poured out. They enchanted vegetables to sing all night. They made rain fall upward. Every morning brought a new problem. Every afternoon brought another. Every evening brought 3 more. The magical creatures were exhausted. The dark star lowered its giant head sadly. This island was its home. Its beautiful homeland had become one giant mess. "There has to be a way to stop them," Rapunzel said. One of the oldest blue beans looked around carefully. Then he lowered his voice. "There is." Everyone leaned closer. "The witches are hiding something inside Starwhistle Castle." "What is it?" Flynn asked. The blue bean shook his head. "We don't know, but they guard it constantly. They never leave it alone. They are clearly hiding a secret." Rapunzel looked toward the crystal castle in the distance. Then she smiled. "I think it's time someone taught those witches a lesson." Blue beans cheered. The dark star smiled. They spent the next hour making a perfect plan. Yes, it was a perfect plan to create perfect chaos for these witches. The next morning, hundreds of blue beans entered the castle. Some wore pots on their heads, some carried giant spoons. Nobody asked why. The distraction began immediately. Blue beans bounced through the gardens. They climbed statues. They raced through hallways. One somehow got stuck inside a chandelier. Within minutes, the entire castle was in complete chaos. The glitter witches rushed outside. "What is happening?" "Oh, my hats, you destroyed my hats," one witch cried. "Do not throw that vase," another witch screamed. Blue Bean ran fast as soon as he threw it on the ground. Meanwhile, Rapunzel quietly slipped inside the castle. Pascal rode on her shoulder. Flynn waited outside with Maximus. Rapunzel searched room after room. She looked for secret doors, hidden passages, and ancient maps. Anything that might reveal the witch's secret. Instead, she found something unexpected. A big room full of magic potions. Shelves stretched from floor to ceiling. Hundreds of colorful bottles filled the room. Rapunzel began reading labels. Invisible potion. Temporary mustache potion. Then she stopped. One bottle caught her eye. Truth potion. Whoever drinks it tells the truth. They cannot lie. Rapunzel smiled. Now she had a plan. Nearby, a fresh pot of tea sat waiting for the witches. Rapunzel carefully poured a little truth potion inside. Then she hid behind a large shelf. A few minutes later, the glitter witches returned. The sisters were still arguing about the blue beans. "They put jam inside my shoes. They painted eyebrows on my portraits." The witches sat down. They poured tea and drank it all. Nothing happened. For several moments, everything seemed normal. Then, Witch Petunia suddenly blurted out, "We should probably tell everyone about the wizard." Rapunzel's eyes widened. Hazel tried to stop herself, but she couldn't. "The one we trapped inside the castle wall. You promised we would never mention that." "I know." The sisters panicked. Truth after truth came pouring out. Years ago, a powerful wizard named Aldrich Moonbeam captured the witches, but they escaped. Then they turned the tables and trapped him inside one of the castle walls. The moment Rapunzel heard this, she stepped out from hiding. "The wizard is still here." The witches were shocked to see Rapunzel inside the castle. But they could not do anything except watch her because someone had just frozen them with their own magic stick. Blue beans were laughing in the corner. At the same time, Rapunzel placed her hands on the castle wall. Golden magic flowed through the stone. Warm light spread through every hallway. Through every room, the castle seemed to glow from within. Rapunzel closed her eyes. Then she felt it. A pulse. A faint magical heartbeat, hidden deep inside the western wall. "I found him." Everyone rushed toward the tower. Rapunzel touched the wall once more. Golden light spread across the stone. Cracks appeared. The walls slowly opened. And the wizard stepped out with a long blue coat and a beard that nearly touched the floor. Wizard Aldrich Moonbeam blinked. "Well," he said, "that took longer than expected." The wizard looked at the frozen witches carefully. The witches looked scared. But before they would do any more mischief, the wizard captured them in his jar for eternity. By sunset, Starwhistle Island felt peaceful again. The magical creatures celebrated all night. Lanterns floated through the sky. The dark star sat beside Rapunzel and smiled. Its homeland was finally free. At last, it was ready to help her. Ready to show her the ancient secrets hidden across the sky. Ready to uncover the true nature of the magic sleeping inside her. And for Rapunzel, a brand new adventure was about to begin. If you want me to continue the tale of Rapunzel, write yes in the comment section. Also, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting